I'm going to have to ask you to explain a little bit about the context with which you find yourself in Rwanda, and then we'll talk about the country itself. So what's your story?
Yeah, thank you for having me. So first of all, I'm not a secret first asylum seeker from the UK to get across to Rwanda. I actually moved here of my own choice exactly a year ago. I was involved in a Commonwealth Summit, which actually took place here last June. I do a lot of international work with charities and with small businesses, and actually saw the amount of investment and opportunities that Rwanda is branding itself for, and fell in love with the place. So people are very friendly, it's extremely safe, and I don't think you could ask for a warmer welcome. So I've made it my home over the past year.
How do you respond, Adam, to people who say that Rwanda is in any way not a safe country?
It's disappointing when I hear things like that. And I think the beginning of this controversial Rwanda scheme, it really played into some of those dangerous narratives about Africa's not safe, it's corrupt, you'll get kidnapped, it's not, all these kind of old-fashioned beliefs. But I think unless you've been here, you wouldn't know that it's the safest country in Africa. This country has also banned plastic bags since 2008. There's not a piece of litter on the floor anywhere. The security is extremely tight here. And people are very polite and respectful. And I think, this debate around asylum seekers and people illegally coming into the UK, I think the government has jumped on this as an opportunity and weaponized the debate. So, yeah, I get disappointed when I hear things like that.
I think you've touched on a few things that I have suspected, I know a lot of people have suspected for quite a long time, which is that there are actually still a lot of very lazy, I would argue potentially racist tropes about Rwanda as well, and quite possibly Africa as a whole, really, which is things about safety, things about corruption, things about etc., 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 being backwards, and being unsafe. Clearly, from your own experiences, that doesn't appear to be the case. Can I also just ask you a little bit about this? So, according to the United Nations Refugee Agency, so this, let's be honest, specifically is about the kind of people that we might be sending to Rwanda. Rwanda hosted 132,305 refugees as of the end of March 2023, very recently, asylum seekers as well, other displaced populations. What's that like over there? Do you see huge racial and ethnic divides? Do you see class systems that are very obvious? How is it?
It is, yeah, I mean, it just baffles me. I do wonder whether half the people who talk about this place have ever been or even studied what the country is actually like. But let me tell you, today I'm talking to you from the capital city, Kigali, and there's hundreds of different cultures here. There's expats, there's international workers, there's migrants from all around the world. And I think everybody is tolerated and respected. There really is a no-nonsense attitude to conflict and creating division between people. I would also go to add that the country actively promotes good citizenship amongst people. Every third Saturday of the month, every town and city closes for everybody to get on the streets and take part in community work. So to talk about things like safety and racism and the country not being fit to handle foreigners or people who've come from dangerous situations, to me, it's just absolute rubbish.